Good morning, and this nice, brisk, nice, fresh air. Welcome to the Handi Quilter Ruler of the Month. And this month we are on ruler number 4. It's amazing how time is flying, and I appreciate your time because I know everybody is either trying to finish up a little bit on homeschooling or sending their kids off to school and breathing and trying to get their Christmas ready to probably mail because not a lot of us get to visit our family much around here. So welcome, and this month we are going to be using a ruler called Catching the Rays. So this is our Catching Rays ruler, and it has markings from 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, and 90. So on the back of the package, you have some ideas, and then, of course, in your packet, you will have your design ideas paper as well. And to watch a video, you're going to go to handiquilter.com/ruler of the month. So it has that on the bottom in case you forget what the address is. So they have really good tutorials, and they actually stitch it out, and you can see how they're using it as well. This month I worked a little bit on the flower, and I used my Handi Quilter pencil. It's an iron-off pencil that they have started carrying. It's a package of 4, and they're not too expensive. I'm sorry, I don't know what the price is off the top of my head, but they work pretty well. And then I also used my Echo Feet. My Echo Feet are old, and so the new Echo Feet that Handi Quilter has are different. They're all acrylic, and they have 3 different sizes in them. Whenever you're stitching with your machine, the hopping foot is 1/4 of an inch away from the needle. So if I decide I want to echo something, I can use these Echo Feet, and that makes this 3/8 of an inch away from the needle. It makes it 1/2 an inch away from the needle, or it can make it 3/4 of an inch away from the needle.
Okay.
So we have choices, and the Echo Feet run $99, and they're pretty good. I like using them. And also, if you're sewing on a domestic machine and you can't use the Handi Quilter feet, then there are options available. Bernina has Echo clips available, and they go on the bottom of your ruler foot. So those are available as well. So there's different places that sell Echo clips. Be careful of the brand that you're buying, and be careful when you first use them, because you don't want them to fall off your hopping foot.
Ooh.
Ask me how I know. And if they fall off your hopping foot as you're going, and you're going too fast and can't stop right away, you're going to run into it with the needle and
a big mess.
And you'll be giving Izzy a call for a timing issue. Ask me how I know. So be careful with that.
And Steph, you've got quite a few people on
Hello.
today. Lots of gals. Cheryl and Deborah Long and Vicki and Carrie.
Hey.
And Karen Sparks. She's from Wimberley, Texas. Thanks, Karen, for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
And Arlene Tucker Fields is also watching, and Belle and Nancy and Leslie. You got a great group here today. So
Well,
I know everybody's anxious to see what you're fixing to do.
well, thank you for joining us. And as always, this is the Handi Quilter Ruler of the Month, and we have 6 rulers in each, I guess, round, and it's $19 a month. And if you decide, hey, I really wished I had signed on and jumped on that train, you can still jump on our train and sign up. We'll get you fixed up with the other 3 rulers and this month, and then you'll have 2 more to go. And at the end of it, we'll also find out if they're going to have another session of 6 different rulers, and a girl can never have too many rulers. I have too many rulers, but I never admit it. So I've been working on the flower panel that we have decided to quilt on. And I did a crosshatch here, and I just did some meandering in here because I just wanted you to see that you can make a crosshatch and then make it look a little bit different. I also went ahead and filled in the middle, and I did some wavy lines in here with the Flower Power ruler, the very first one that we had, and then I did some pebbling in there, and I did some echoing in here. With my echo foot, I wanted to show you that I echoed this one, and if you guys remember, it was just a big old kind of paisley thing on either side, the yin yang, and the feet that I used on it were these 2 feet. So that got this effect on this one. So that was fun.
You got to, Karen Sparks said that panel is stunning. Oh, wow.
Oh, tell her thank you. You too could make this, and we do have the panels available online at our website at besocreative-nm.com. Marcia's smiling at me because I finally remembered it. But this one, I like this ruler. Let me get my black fabric so you can see. I like this ruler because, and it's a little dirty because we played, because of all the little different degree lines. This was the first one that I did with it, and I wanted to do different rays outside, and then I just did a filler on the inside. When you use this ruler and you're going to make a central point, remember that you're going to have a buildup of thread, and so when you're doing these panels, you don't want to use a 40 weight thread. You want to use a thread that's a little thinner. Well, a 40 weight is good. It's a 2-ply. Don't use a 50 weight or a 60 weight. You can use like a bottom line. You can use Aurifil. I have the clear. So you just want to use a thin thread so that as you're doing this panel, it's not going to have a lot of buildup, because you will have buildup where you're making your center point. The other petal I worked on was this one, and I did this crosshatch, and what I wanted to do was, and I won't do all of it because it's a big it's a big one. I can't do it.
Wait a minute.
Okay.
Hold it. Talk about it while I'm doing
Okay. So I did this crosshatch, and it's a rather plain one, which that's perfectly fine with me. I love crosshatching, but I'm going to show you how to do kind of a little filler in there besides the meandering that we did on the other one. And it kind of gives it a checkerboard effect. So you want to kind of see, well, where do I want to start? So I'm going to start on this little guy here. And I filled up my bobbin yesterday, so we should be good to go. So I'm just going to do a back and forth. And then I'm going to travel up to the next one. And then I want to travel over here. Travel over here. And I'm going to travel here. And I want to
Steph, it looks like to me that you were doing every other one, almost like a checkerboard.
Yep.
Okay.
So-
Can I get a close up there? You let me pop in there? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to cut the thread so we can move to another one.
Okay. Okay, there we go. Now you can see in there.
So when it's all done, which means you have to wait till next month, when it's all done, it's going to have that checkerboard appearance, and it really just will kind of make it stand out. So this one is a little bit different. It's back and forth. This one was meandering, and the squares were a little bit bigger. So you can choose what you want to fill in these squares with, and it gives it a whole new dimension to each petal that you're doing. The next one I wanted to do is kind of like what I did on this petal. We're going to do some of the rays, but I'm changing my start point. I'm going to put it, well actually, let's change it from the middle, and we're going to put our start point, let's put it like way off to the side. So this is going to be my start point right here. Okay. So the little edge right there is where my ruler is going to go, and I can decide if I have to adjust my ruler because I'm running into the bar, I can just bring it down. So I can decide where I want to start, and then I can use whatever line I want to line it up against. So I am going to go just about 1/4 of an inch away, because if you notice I haven't echoed this petal yet, so I don't want to go all the way to the edge. So I'm going to go just about there, and I'm coming back, and then my line is right here, and I'm just going to line it up with this one that's crossing it, which is 15 degrees. And I'll probably forget about not going to the edge. And then I want to touch this one. This thread real quick, get it out of my way.
So Steph, tell them one more time where you're lining your 15-degree.
It doesn't line straight up, as you can tell. It's just going off the side, but once that 15-degree is kind of intersecting it, that's where I'm going.
Okay.
And I'm going back to my start point, or I'm falling off.
I thought you were doing great.
Okay.
Come back.
Come back. Turn off. Get to be kind of a contortionist when you do this.
That looks good. They can see it really well.
Now if I want to, let me get this cut so you can see it. So if I want to, I can fill this in even more. There is going to be a line that gets pulled out by the next time because it slipped a little bit. But I can do something in between each one. I can do lines in between each ones to make it really a lot heavier. I can do, just like I'm doing crosshatch, do something every other one and let that hang out as well. So the only thing that stops you is your imagination. So this is the raised ruler, and you can do an arc and you can do straight line off of it. So if I did, if I wanted to do arc and I started, I just would have to do a line and then just, come on over. So it really is a lot of fun, and it's shaping up. So next month you'll see a little bit more completion on this, as well as our next ruler.
Well, I think that looks like a shell.
Mm-hmm.
So let's show 'em the ruler one more time, Steph, because we've got a little bit of a glare from the lights underneath. So if you could hold it up so we can, there we go. There we go.
Let's see, there. So you have the 15, 30, 45, 60, 75, and 90.
Okay.
So you have lots of fun things to do with it, and let your imagination run. And mine will run a little bit more, so I'll show you next time what else I've done with this ruler, as well as starting on our next ruler next month.
Okay, well, shall we give them one more look at everything?
Sure.
Okay. Okay, Linda wants to know, can we use these rulers with the Bernina 72 foot on our domestic machine?
Absolutely, because the Bernina ruler foot is adjustable. Yes. So what you're looking for on a domestic sewing machine is when that hopping foot is going up, that it doesn't go up so high that it goes over the ruler. So that way you can adjust it down if you need to, so that it's up against that ruler. But yes, you can.
Okay, and Karen says you have a great imagination, and I'm loving what you are doing. Great job.
Thank you, Karen. Appreciate that.
So, is there anything else, Miss Stephanie?
If you have any other questions for us, just give us a call here at the shop, 575-523-2000. Otherwise, we will see you next time, the third Thursday of January, if you can believe that already. Hopefully a better year than 2020. And everybody stay healthy, stay safe, and have a Merry Christmas. And thanks again for joining us, and especially thank you for supporting this shop, and I love my job. Thank you.